Our next presentation is Navarre Minerals. ASX code is NML. Here to tell the story, please welcome Ian Holland, Managing Director, to tell the story. Over to you, Ian.
Yeah, hello, Kerry. Thank you very much. I'd like to share the Navarre story. We're located in Victoria, and as we say here, it's the best address for high-grade gold. I will draw your attention to the cautionary note because I will be making some forward-looking statements. Really, just to set the scene, I think we want to be really clear on what we're about with Navarre Minerals, and that's visibility of Victoria's next major gold system by early next year. And I'll talk about that, and showing a clear pathway to become a gold production company, so moving up that maturity curve. We're targeting, what are the steps to get there? We're targeting a resource definition drilling program at Resolution Lode with a target maiden mineral resource by the end of Q1 next year. Over and above that, though, we are drilling for multi-million ounce gold systems. So we're operating in large provinces. We're drilling the Stawell corridor project for the next Stawell. We're drilling the Tandarra project in partnership with our joint venture partner Catalyst for the next Bendigo. And we're also fast tracking our Holland and Jubilee projects as well, which I'll talk about. Over and above that, we're also examining transformational opportunities, really to, again, move up that maturity curve to become a gold production company. Corporate overview, just a quick snapshot. Current market cap, 130 in that order, just short of $12 million cash at the end of the last quarter, so well financed to do what we want to do. In terms of the board of directors, I'll point again your viewers to some recent changes. I stepped on at the start of September as the managing director, and we're going through a transition where the founding managing director, Jeff McDermott, effectively retires at the end of March. So we have had some transition there, and we're working through that well. We'll also point to the register. So it's a high quality register for a company of our scale, we would believe. So there's a couple of corporates in terms of Kirkland Lake Gold, owner and operator of the world famous Stawell gold mine, and the Victor Smorgon Group, who own and operate the Stawell gold mine, plus a major institution in terms of 1832. So a strong register, we would believe. Where are we located? So central and western Victoria, and there's a real pipeline of quality projects that we have, and this really speaks to the early mover advantage that we have through the great work of Jeff McDermott and the team over nearly 10 years in assembling this portfolio. In order of how advanced they are, we start with the Stawell corridor project. So this is immediately south of Stawell, and we'll talk through that piece. And there's a number of different lodes and projects within that. The Tandarra joint venture with Catalyst to the north of Bendigo, Holland to the north east of Stawell, and Jubilee immediately adjacent to Ballarat. So starting with our flagship project in the Stawell corridor project, and why we really like it, this is a world-class belt within a world-class province. So 6 million ounces of gold production from 40 kilometres of strike. Stawell was Victoria's largest gold mine for 30 years until supplanted by Stawell in 2008, and it's got characteristics that really lend itself to modern mining. So predictable strike and depth continuity, relatively uniform grades, a well understood geological control. So the primary gold occurs on the margins of these basalt domes, and you can see from the plan there the 7 domes that we've identified to date with a combination of drilling and geophysics. Really want to highlight to viewers that we've got a dominant 100% ownership of 70 kilometres of this of strike, in really what we would view as real sort of camp scale potential. And there's 3 discoveries to date. So in 2016, 2017, 2018 respectively, they're the Discovery Aircore holes and Resolution Adventure and Langy Logan, and I'll speak about Resolution in greater detail coming up. So stepping into that Irvine basalt dome, and this is the very northernmost of the 7 domes. So this is the one that's most advanced, and we can see again the discovery of Resolution and Adventure Lode. So Resolution at the very northern end of that, the northeast corner of the of the dome, and Adventure more centrally located a little further to the south. Probably the most important point here, though, is that we are well advanced on a 12,000 metre resource definition diamond drilling program at resolution, and that's really, again, aimed at to be completed by Q1 and to really underpin that maiden mineral resource. So what does that look like? So this is a long section and a cross section of resolution lode. And to us, this really looks like the upper parts of the Stawell system. So this is 20 kilometres to the south, other side of the Stawell granite, and very much an analogue. The long section shows pretty consistent widths and grades. This showed the most recent set of results that we had, which were released at the very end of September, and included 3 50-gram metre intercepts. So good widths, good grades. We really see the start of what looks like an economic deposit here, and we're really excited by what we do see. And to that end, it lends itself to modern mining. You can see with the cross section on the right, where steep dipping, relatively continuous. They're characteristics that really lend themselves to an economically deposit. So it's we're really encouraged by what we see as we speak now. If I just step to the next long section, this is the same image zoomed out a little bit to see where we would be going to. The circles there with the crosses are the planned drill intercepts for the remainder of the resource definition program. We've currently got 2 diamond drill rigs drilling here for this, and you can see then what would underpin that resource. Over and above that, we've also got some further targets immediately in this location, and you can see the IP target there to the south, down plunge. That's from a surface gradient array IP survey that we've done, that shows a distinctly sort of increasing anomaly to the south, which we would believe to be a sulfide. We will be targeting that with some drilling as part of this program, and also to the north, to the right-hand part of the image, where we see the north shoot defined its surface with some air core drilling, and we would be planning to drill some holes under that as well. And really what we'll be targeting here is a maiden mineral resource, which we would very much see as a first instalment. So it won't be the final picture by any means, but really a first instalment. But in addition to that, a clear exploration target defined in these areas, with the down plunge extension of the south shoot, the north shoot, and also Adventure Lode, which is 3 or 4 kilometres to the south. So really, just to wrap up on our flagship project, we've got an extensive footprint in what is a rapidly growing minerals province in Western Victoria. The Stawell Gold Mine itself is currently operated as a private concern, operated by Arete Capital and supported by the Victor Smorgon Group. They have floated their northern exploration licenses, which you see there in green, as North Stawell Minerals, which listed in September. Well supported. They raised $20 million, so we would expect there to be a lot of information flow coming from that over the next couple of years. The region also hosts Stawell Minerals, so the Chris Cairns-led group, which is in blue to our west. And they're targeting a maiden mineral resource for the Cayley Lode, for a copper gold discovery in the Staveley Arc. And all of that really lends itself to what is a rapidly growing province, and that really helps with sort of community expectations about where things are going and developing, and a real sense of excitement in the region as well. And look, I really want to emphasise, Navarre holds a 100% interest in 70 kilometres of strike length of this corridor, multiple recognised basalt domes, and we think multi-million ounce camp scale potential. So really excited by where we're going with the Stawell corridor. Much more briefly, I'll step on to the other 3 projects, starting with the Tandarra joint venture, which is in partnership with Catalyst Metals. This is in central Victoria. If you are looking for, where is the next Bendigo, and indeed perhaps a Fosterville in central Victoria, we would believe and argue that the most advanced answer to that is Tandarra and Four Eagles in combination. So it's got a similar footprint. There's a series of selected holes there. You can see that it has the capacity to host good widths and grades. It's a Bendigo style in character. And with Tandarra specifically, there's several lines of reef that have been discovered. Really very much like a Bendigo. They're coincident with anticline axes. So Navarre itself holds 49% of the JV of Tandarra, and Catalyst hold 51% and are the operator. And if I just step briefly into the Tomorrow Zone, which is the most advanced of these lines, long section on the right, cross section on the left. And you can see the mineralization model that's developing here. So a set of these sort of structural ribbons gently plunging to the south. We think the most likely commercialization path here is a starter open pit and then getting underground, where you're able to expose the ore body and drill it out on in a greater density of drilling. So I think we'll see where this develops over time, but we think that's the path, and in that sense, Tandarra has some real advantages because it's the most shallow mineralisation, given depth of cover in the region, gets to within sort of 20 metres of surface. So some real advantages there. Stepping to Jubilee. And this is 25 kilometres from Ballarat. This is our most recently acquired project, so acquired in June, 100% owned by Navarre Minerals. So this was an historic mine which ceased just before World War I, which is a pretty recurring theme in central Victoria. What makes this really interesting, though, we think, is the geometry. So this is a transverse east-west reef. Good grade, so 12 grams recovered, probably 15 grams in situ, something like that, and mined continuously to plus 600 metres depth. So really, really quite exciting. Hasn't been subject to any modern exploration. It's a bit of a hidden gem in that sense. And the reason it really came to our attention is the geometry. So I wouldn't want to overplay this point, but it has got some affinities to some of the high grade geometries at depth at Fosterville, and I think that really interests us. So what have we done since acquiring the project? We've undertaken some surface geophysics, and we've detected both chargeability and resistivity anomalies, which we believe potentially relate to sulfides and/or quartz. So both extensions of the main vein and also potential repeats. So in order to test that, we've commenced an air core drilling program, which is well advanced. We plan to do somewhere in the order of 3,000 metres, and we've already done something like 2,500 of that. So we think that will really give us some information to be able to then target some diamond drilling and really move this project forward. So lots of news flow from this project over the next 6 to 9 months, we would think. And then finally, our Sanarnid project to the northeast of Stawell. So with this project, major milestone fairly recently, and if we can see the map there, the central smaller tenement, EL 6819, is over the historic goldfield, where there was up to just short of 500,000 ounces of gold production historically. We have had that recently granted to us, and that really consolidates this whole field, because we have the enveloping exploration license, and indeed hold somewhere in the order of 2,000 square kilometres in this region, And we have also shown that these trends continue undercover to the north. So in terms of follow-up here or future work here, we'll be doing some geophysics this quarter, air core drilling early next quarter, and then followed by diamond drilling. And again, we think there's a real news flow coming from this over the next 6 to 9 months as well. So it's pretty exciting stuff for us. And really, just to summarise, Kerry, before any questions, the backdrop for us really is strong investor focus on Victorian gold, and it's really been driven by the great success at Fosterville, which has shone a spotlight on Victorian potential, and that's happened in an environment of a rising gold price. So that's a happy confluence of events from our perspective. Specifically to Navarre, we've got a robust financial position, so just short of $12 million at the end of the last quarter. We're completing our 12,000 metre resource definition program, and that's targeting that maiden mineral resource by the end of Q1 next year, plus an associated exploration target. We're advancing regional projects with our 12,000 metre air core drilling program, which is in progress. We're also advancing other investments in partnership where we're the non-operator, so Tandarra and Stawell. Important to note, given our location in Victoria, that the COVID-19 situation has been carefully managed and continues to be, and there's been minimal disruption to date, so we've been able to operate essentially continuously through. And we've got strong support from what we would view as a strong register with the corporates in Kirkland Lake and Victor Smorgon and 1832 on the register as well. So with that, pass over to yourself, Kerry, for any questions.
Ian, thank you very much. Now we do have a Zoom networking call at the end of today's conference, so you'll be joining that from 5:30 to 6:30 later today, where all of you can ask questions. But I guess it's a really robust outlook for Navarre. My question is the focus. So with the joint venture with Catalyst, there's not much that you guys need to do. It's a 49-51. They're the operating guys, so that kind of sits there as a almost like a +1. Would that be correct? So it doesn't dry off the prize, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Look, our absolute focus is the flagship project at the Stawell corridor. We are advancing Jubilee and St Arnaud, but we have engaged resources to be able to do that, such that we don't take our eye off the absolute focus. Tandarra is operated by Catalyst. Clearly, we have an input, both technically and commercially, but they're the manager. So in that sense, that does look after itself to some extent. Yep.
Okay, and I just want to point out to everyone listening, Ian actually was with Fosterville Gold Mine before this. He knows this area really well, and you're pretty excited about what the future holds for Navarre.
Yeah, for sure, Kerry, absolutely. Yes, I had, for myself, I had more than 10 years at Fosterville with a range of owners, including Kirkland Lake Gold, and I was the general manager and the vice president for Australian operations. So I certainly know what it does take to operate successfully in Victoria, and I think that stands Navarre in really good stead as we move forward with these projects.
And as Richard Morrow said earlier today, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very good project, and we've got lots of news flow coming out. Ian Holland, thanks so much for joining us today. It's really good to see how much progress you're making in an exciting area of the Victorian goldfields.
Thank you very much, Kerry.